morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And this is the weekly holiday show. I'm your host, Mr. James, and this is your selection of holidays for the week of August 8th through August 14th. Let's see if we can celebrate something in the summer, right? So Sunday, the 8th, it is Frozen Custard Day. And you might be looking at this Bitmoji and seeing me as an egg. And that's one thing that makes custard. It's like ice cream, but with eggs in it. And eggs make it a little bit thicker. Have you ever tried something that was really, really thick? And you go, wow, how do they get this ice cream so thick? Well, there's different methods to freeze it and the amount of cream, which means fat they add in, but adding eggs really does make it really thick. And of course, there's many different desserts made with eggs. I think we can owe a lot of French cooking to that. Ever had French toast? Eggs in that too. So Monday the 9th, it is Book Lovers Day. That's my day, every single day. Go to the library, not the library online. Go to a physical library and pick up a book. And hey, walk around the library. You might find other books that you like. That's the kind of way I do it. I'm looking for one particular book, and on the way, I grab 5 other ones. And I just try to read as much as I possibly can. I'm not always able to do that, but I have big expectations, and books are how I get there. Tuesday the 10th, it is S'mores Day. So where did s'mores come from? Do you know what s'mores are? First off, s'mores are graham cracker, marshmallow, and chocolate. And a lot of times they melt the marshmallow and they put another piece of graham cracker on top, and you made your little sandwich. And it's a campfire snack. It's something people associate with summer, being outside. Where did it come from? Well, the originator has been, as I've read, is a man named Alec Barnum. But the first known mention of this treat were from the Girl Scouts in the 1920s. 1925, they said they were talking about that. And in 1927, it came out in a cookbook. And originally the words were some mores. Give me some more. But it became s'mores as a tiny little single word, I guess, because people said it so fast that I want some more, s'mores. See? So try some if you haven't had that before. You can find non-dairy versions of chocolate, and you can find gluten-free graham crackers, and you can find gelatin-free marshmallows, and that's how I can enjoy that. Wednesday, the 11th, it is Son and Daughters Day. Son and daughters. Are you a son or a daughter? Do you have a son or a daughter? Pretty much, you're going to answer yes to one of those, right? So it is your day. In fact, we should just celebrate family every single day, right? It's one of those things that brings us together. It's our first community. We're part of a smaller group and a larger group, and larger and larger and larger till it's the entire planet. And then maybe eventually the galaxy, and then the universe. Ooh. So Sons and Daughters Days, maybe it's the time that you just tell somebody in your life that is part of your family, a son, a daughter, or someone, if you're a son or a daughter, tell somebody how much you care about them being part of your family unit. And make sure you celebrate other holidays with them, like maybe the S'mores Day. Remember that? Yeah. Thursday, the 12th, it is Vinyl Record Day. Vinyl records. Do you know what these are? They look kind of like bigger CDs. Yes. So vinyl records, as I'm showing you right here, my Bitmoji, is something that DJs used to use to play music. And a lot of times, DJs, well, eventually would get into sliding them around, and that's where you get that scratch record sound that from a lot of early hip-hop music, and maybe even today. But vinyl records have been around since, well, quite a while, probably 40s, 50s. There are different sizes, different speeds you play them at. Edison began by developing the phonograph in 1877, and we think that that's eventually turned to, that was basically a cylinder with wax, and something would read these little divots in the wax, basically like these little valleys, and the little needle would go around, and when it dipped down, it would make a different sound. And that's basically how a record works. So by the 1990s, records stopped being so popular because we had cassette tapes, and eventually we had CDs and all of this stuff, and things changed. But people are still interested in records because they think that sound is great. And it's been around for a while. I don't see it leaving, just like physical books aren't leaving. The internet hasn't changed that. So listen to a vinyl record and see if you can tell the difference between that and, say, an MP3. Friday the 13th. Ooh, that sounds scary. It is Left-Handers Day. And this is actually my left hand. I have a watch on my left hand. My right hand has a little band on it. Yeah, so I know the difference. Left-Handers Day, 10% of the population is left-handed. I am actually right-handed, but a lot of famous people were left-handed and are left-handed. And it doesn't matter which handed you are, right? They all work together. But there have been a lot of speculation about how people become left-handed and how that all works, but it's just a toss, you know? It's a dice thrown up and it lands either way. And it doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed. You can do the exact same things. It has been mentioned before that there are some things that are better suited for right hand than left hand with materials that have been made, but you can find a left-handed version. I play the guitar and you can find a left-handed guitar, but that just means that the hand that you strum with will be your left hand instead of the right that I usually use. But they make them, and you can do lots of different things with your left hand and maybe even find a better way to do something. I would love to train my left hand to be as great as my right hand at certain things, but I play piano as well, and I use both hands simultaneously, so they work together really well. But if you know someone's left-handed, give them a high five. Kind of like that. All right, celebrate that though. Saturday the 14th, it is bowling day. Bowling day. Wow, bowling has been around since ancient times. You know what bowling is, right? Take the ball, you have the pin set up, throw it down the lane, boom, and knocks them over. Think about this, okay? So bowling has been around since a long time. Ancient times, they basically could have done this outside, just roll a ball, have it knock down things, and hey, how many did you knock down? I got this score. It is the modern version of bowling we can attribute to Germany for coming up with that. And eventually it became something known as 9-pin, and they had 9 little pins set up. And funny thing is, in 1841 in Connecticut, it became illegal to do that because bowling started to be associated with some criminal activities or nefarious things that they thought weren't good for people to do. And so what did they do? They added an extra pin. So it was 10 pins, which is exactly what we use today. And they got away with it because it was 10 pins. We're not playing 9-pin, we're playing 10 pins. Oh, so we can't arrest you. Good thinking, right? So yes, it's been around for a long time. If you haven't tried bowling yet, you could just measure the size of balls you want and how heavy they are, and you get used to rolling them down this little track and knocking down pins. And yeah, I can't talk to you about the scoring system as I don't know it too well, but look into that. Maybe find a bowling alley. If not, go outside, find some sort of ball and knock things down with it while rolling on the ground, of course. So try that out and celebrate that, I guess, right? Thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe for these weekly videos, thumbs up, like, all of that stuff. And it's almost the beginning of a new school year, which means I'm going to be cutting out 2 days out of this. Sunday and Saturday will be out, and I will focus more on the 5 days of the week. And maybe I'll change formats a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's definitely warm outside and, well, where I'm from, right? But wherever you're from, enjoy some holidays, enjoy some s'mores, go bowling, and listen to some vinyl if you can find it. All right. See you soon.